Good time zones, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday, in which we move from a world where we've been building in versions of stone and copper to a world in which we're building a building in versions of stone and copper. Oh well. Welcome everybody. I hope everyone is doing well and managing to have a nice survivable Tuesday even. One of those three things makes sense. None of them are me. Why ever would I make sense? I don't make sense. I work in English money. We use pennies and pounds and fnurbles. What currency is a fnurble? Well, that's a left turn. Welcome into Blast Jordan, who's fearing tube coral. Not surprised. I heard what you left around for Elkhorn. Goodness. Troop Purple, welcome in. Frauke with some pasta. Pasta. And then the parade of bots arrived. Then the scurrying began, and Blast Jordan with a hydrate. Pile hydrate. A flock of low-flying laptops. It's for never. Thank you for that, Blast. And then more scurrying. A super fast Feg. Welcome in, Feg. Good time zones with Scots. Really. Urban, welcome in. Jerry May, good to see you. Yep, and a stretch from Jerry May. Let's get that over with. Everybody, remember, hydrate, stretch, take care of yourselves, med check, eat food, do all of the things that keep you healthy, safe, and going. I was going to say sane, but around here we don't bother with that one. I mean, really, we're building a castle full of pillagers. Where does sane come into this? Bo, welcome in. Good to see you. Scroll a bit faster. Chaos Twin, Kel, welcome in. Blah 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 blah. TGM, welcome in. What do corals get stressed about? Current events. Oh, Blast. Yep. Barnacles being thrown at Blast. Yep, that sounds valid. Just needed to let out your fear of corals. You will never gather corals again, unless asked nicely. Yes. Nordic Wolf, welcome in. Low flying. Yeah, but look, it wasn't my laptop. It was the office laptop, and the low flying was out the window. It was perfectly fine. Canadian Dragon, welcome in as well, and Raven, good to see you. Let's see, left a shulker box for elk yesterday, stocked it full today, full 10... Blast. Are you completely insane? Actually, don't answer that. I think the answer is yes. But you are mad and amazing, simultaneously. Good lord. Scroll faster. Scroll faster. You might even catch up. Not a chance. Oh, yes. Welcome into Glam Pixie over in Discord. I did see them earlier. Elkhorn. Welcome in, Moose. I hope you're doing well. Ritsu, good to see you. Elk and their amazing shield. Look, that's a secret. Holy smokes, Blast. Yes, exactly. Amazing. Wraps self in blanket, curls up to next. Yeah, yep. Spiders will be summarily executed. We're all protecting Kel from spiders today. Ms. Mist, welcome in. I hope you're having a good day. Actually, I know I said it at the start, but for those who've just arrived, and just to everybody, I hope everyone has had a good day. I hope you're doing all well. Yeah, those two. Squirrel currency can be nuts or acorns or just pub crawl tokens. I mean, we collect those. Tin Lily, welcome in. Yep, the SLA pub crawl tokens are the channel point Channel point name of this place. Some of those words made sense. Not all of them in the right order. It's been a busy day. IRL visiting relatives for you. Luna's New Year do be painful for your social life. Yeah, I can bet that's not good for socialization type thingies. I've just realised I need some torches. But yeah, look after yourself, Blast. A socialization battery can be run down very quickly for some people. Yes. It's the year of the horse, as we know it. It's the year of the horse, as we know it. And I feel nay. My apologies to anybody who heard that song in the first place in the original. The extended coral hunting sessions make more sense now. Yeah, they sound like I'm doing something mindlessly helpful. And yeah, don't give them ideas. Smallish Beans looks up in interest, and suddenly the year becomes a lot less. It is my year. You're not a horse, but you love the real animal. Fine. Sounds like a good thing, Ritsu. Right, let's sort out the fact that some of this is about to become very dark when we put a roof on it. A roof, a roof, a roof. A lot less survivable. Yes, yes. Okay, so who would live in an armory like this? Where were we last week? Last week we were crazy. Yes. We got all of this done, which is pretty good. I'm very happy with the way this building's looking. It's getting a bit monotone, but hey, it's an armory. You used to live in an armory. I'm not sure how to respond to that one. Elk did not specify how much coral they needed, so... You know, he said stacks, but yes. And we have a Wug Trio in chat for those who may be interested in trying to catch some Pokemon. The former Woolwich Arsenal. Oh, goodness. You are the Iron Man. Yeah. That's an understandable thing, Kel. That is an understandable thing. Right, so we've got an arch. Wug Trio is a mono type, therefore it is part of this week's event for those who are actually interested. Thank you to the Frauke Information Service for making sure we know what's going on. Ultra Cherie Ball. Now I have this image of Jerry May throwing a Pokeball and then it opening up and turning into that cat from the cartoons. Ah, my cherie, I will love thee, and I will follow thee, and I will make sure that the... Oh no, it was the skunk, wasn't it? Pepe Le Pew. Dear God, what's going on with my brown? With my brain? Brain. Fnebbles. Spiders should never be a thing in a horror game. Yep. There's too many situations. Yeah, it was backwards, Elk. It was always a cat that had paint run down its back that made it look like a skunk that Pepe Le Pew just went after constantly, wasn't it? Hey. These memories brought to you by a slightly broken brain. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow. I always felt sorry for the cat. That was the idea, Kel. Everybody was supposed to feel sorry for the cat. I mean, basically, Pepe Le Pew was like the worst of. Yeah. And you learned classical music at the same time, Nick. I didn't want to learn classical music. Also didn't want to put that block there, but hey. Carnival of the Animals. So, speaking of much yakety sax was heard in those days. Exactly. I learned today that Mojang is planning on renaming the baby drowned. Apparently this was noted last week. They're going to name it the Gurgler. That sounds like something that Batman's going to end up fighting. Batman, Robin, it's the Gurgler. He's taken over Gotham's water supplies. I learned today, says Scotsman, peering over his copy of the Daily Telegraph. Look, the closest I get to reading the Daily Telegraph, Feg, is I look at the front page of it on the BBC News website most mornings. A gurgler. Yeah, exactly. And even then, I only look at it on the BBC because it's quicker and easier just to have a look at all of them. In one go, in one place. In one go, in one place, we will find the news. In one go, in one place, we will find the news. It's far, there's far. Either way. So will they rename Baby Wolves the Growler? Who knows? Unless you're Canadian at the moment, Frauke. I'm sorry, Canada. There's just so much unhappiness in Canada regarding excessive touching. If he's holding a pork chop, is it the Hamgurgler? You see, I'm not the only one who thought of the McDonald's things then, am I? Okay, that's an interesting set of emotes there, Joey May. Walkie Goose. Bouncy dance. Walkie Goose. That goose looks like it's attempting to line dance. Honk. Want a gold in women's team pursuit. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's the curling that you're having a bit of a letdown. It seems, unfortunately. It's gotten a wee tad. Which women's team were you pursuing? Ooh, my. And against Sweden, still theoretically in the running. Yeah, as long as you for the curling, you're in the running. As long as you stop offending everybody, which is unusual for the Canadians. Apparently, they've been a bit argumentative. Again, also very unusual. Gonna use the shaking buns emote, but you. Actually, no, let's lean into that a little here. Alright, that's all of that. You'd have thought a fight between Canada and Sweden is amongst the most unlikely of international disputes. I mean, really, it does feel like it's like, but a fight between Canada and Sweden. Did they basically just, you know, apologize to each other repeatedly? But no! No! I know this is getting far too close into politics and therefore vaguely against my normal rules, but dear God, it's unusual. Unless you put maple syrup and cod, then you get both the country. yeah, that would get you struck out at the universe. Lotus, welcome in. Just shows the damage that can be done with one outstretched finger. Yep. Definitely been trying to avoid statements. How you doing, Lotus? Happy Tuesday for values of happy and Tuesday. Landstrad, welcome in. I'm not quite sure what was going on with that statement. I have absolutely no apologies for it. Look, no eating of each other in chat. We do not encourage cannibalism around here. Or other things that could be classed under the same phrasing. Mm-hmm. Oh no, Landstrad. I'm sorry. That sounds bad. Yeah, many hugs for Landstrad. That's better. I've actually got some of that again. Yeah. Absolutely look after yourself, Landstrad. Lily was 18. That is a very good age and shows just how well she was cared for. But knowing that somebody had a good age and a good life and was well cared for is only a sympathies moment. It does not heal the hole that they will leave. So, take care of yourself. Redstone ore, welcome in. Boing, boing. Let's see. Where? Oh, where? Okay. We're actually getting somewhere. We've got most of the outside. Why have I done that with this wall? What was I thinking? Wait. Here. Right. Let's take that and put it there, and put that there, and that. Actually, we'll turn those into mossy. And I feel like that would be better as mossy. Yeah, that works. Oh, Nobles. Need to work out the shape of this building next. Although that said, dandelion. I need many of those. preferably with gold on them. I'm going to need a gold farm, aren't I? This is going to cause problems. I think I said that previously. How's Fnurbles doing? Which one, Jerry May? We have many, many Fnurbles. Also a phrase that you do not generally hear around here. Bellfire, welcome in. Copper Golem. Over in Jurassic World. We haven't been there recently. We will be going there, I'm sure, after we've built this. The answer to that, Frauke, is yes. You can guarantee that without one, there will have to be the other. Or we build one, and there will have to be the other. Oh, nubbles. These are all waxed. Why is my copper all waxed? We need a way of unwaxing copper in our inventory. Because I've now got to place down and pick up all 20 blocks of the other stuff. Because that... Oh my, Frauke! Oh my! Okay, welcome in. And Ratty, good to see you as well. Goodness, we've got everybody in here today. It's always good to see you all. Right, so first thing to do is put in these corners. And second thing to do is to move the camera counter over to here so that I can figure out what I'm doing. And third thing to do is to hydrate. I'll hydrate. Unleash the squeaky bottle of doom. It's a meet the gang day. Hey, 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 ya, hey, ya. The gang's all here, ya. Hey, ya, hey, ya. The gang's all here today. Right, let's get some... thank you. I know I wanted some of those. And some of those. And we have another monotype in chat for those who are trying to catch all of their monotypes to be able to get all of the things and the stuff. Let's put another one of those there. Put that there, and then there's another one of those. Right, let's get this uphill first. Now the question becomes: do we half slab or do we? Yeah, let's. If I do that, then I can take out that half slab. Excellent. So everything goes in twos. It does, doesn't it? Yes, it does. That's all right. Doop, doop, and doop, 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 doop. Doop, 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 doop. No. Oh, no. Ooh. Whoops. I appear to have goofed. For some reason, it flattens off on this one, and that's a 3. I don't know why it was a 3, but I'm going to go with the logic of I must have had a reason. Granted, I don't know what that reason was, but I must have had one. If I didn't have a reason, why would I do it? Right. Half slab here. Half slab here. And another half slab next to it. Have a good luck, Elkhorn, and a good meeting. Right, so... oh, no. No. Ooh, hold on. Hold on. Okay. I've gotten this wrong. Temporary, permanent, or chat-induced insanity. We don't know the difference. There's no way to tell. We cannot presume to understand the difference between all of these things. We just know there is the insanity. Nobody knows the insanity is here. Nobody knows the madness. Except the madness of the world. I have a clue what's going on. Really? And I fly out in the corner for some winding down time before another day of socialization with distant relatives. Look after yourself, Blast. Take care. Remember to look after yourself as well as doing all the socializing. And driving yourself crazy with coral doesn't count, even if it is fantastic and much appreciated, I'm sure. But do look after yourself. Right. So then it's... oh. I need that. Honestly, oh no, actually I was gonna turn everything into copper slabs, but I feel like that would be a bad idea. So let's not. Uh-oh, here we go. Did you hear about the recent coral-destroying event in the sea? It was unbelievable. It's funny, I thought it was Blast Jordan. I feel like I feel like phrasing should be applied there, Lotus. Phrasing. Moving right along. Dum-ba-dum, footloose and fancy free. Getting there is half the fun, come share it with me. Arr. 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 Dip. 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 Hashtag blame Simon. Now you want to bake a cake. Ooh, cake. 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 That's interesting. Somehow, between this and the next row, things stop being even. Oh, I just saw blame Simon. I don't know what Simon's being blamed for. Ah, I see. It's like that. No. That one's wrong. Well, that's not helpful. I'd like to place these blocks in the correct place, please. That. Which means 2 more of those. 2, 3. I feel like I should just do one side so that I can get this repetition into my head, and then yeah. And I immediately get it wrong. Of course I do. Hold on. 1, 2, stare. Stare. 1, 2, skip a few, 99, 100. And then it's that. And nope. And then that. Yeah. Gotta get rid of levels. Ah, that's the solid block. Three. Hey, we've reached the top. I've reached the top and had to stop, and that's what's bothering me. Oh, I don't know, doobie-doo, what's going on right now, doobie-doobie-doo-doo. I wanna wonder why, I don't know what's going on. Food sounds like a plan. There. Look after yourself, Redstone Ore. Thank you for joining us. Have some nice food. Well, that's no good. I've run out of copper slabs. Food is good. Yes. Three. That. Stair. That. 3. Solid block. Stair. 1, 2, 3. Half slab. Half slabs. Nope. Don't end up throwing yourself into the wall. Oh, yep. No, it was just a glitch in the readings. It was a glitch in the readings. Stair. Slabbity, slabbity. Slabbity. Stair. Slab. Stair. Could it be? Could it be? Oh, yes. That... Once we've let that oxidize up a little, so that it's got the same sort of patina as that roof on the right, that's going to look really, really stunning, I think. And a metal roof on an armory feels like exactly the right thing to have. You'd want that extra sort of security, as it were. But the only thing I'm not sure about is I'm tempted to take that block out and that block out, because I think it actually looks better without it. Because it kind of matches the roof line a bit better. It does wonderfully. Even if it's not supposed to be like that, because it should be like that if it's matching the rest of the pack. And let's just match the rest of the... Here we find a squirrel falling over its teeth. You know, I do believe we have a roof. A roof! A roof! You want the metal sheets on the roof to be loose or hinged in case of an explosion, so the blast goes upwards instead of destroying the building around it. That too. It's kind of hard to show that in Minecraft, but I know exactly what you mean, Frauke. You have a nice solid set of walls and a heavy but flexible roof. Have a good meeting, Raven. So many meetings. So many meetings these days. As somebody who escaped from a meeting not long before this. Oh, that's all waxed. All of my copper is waxed, dearies. Copper roof sounds like a great way to have no roof owing to the value of it. Have you seen how much copper you get out of the ground in Minecraft? Copper is dirt cheap. Also, hi, Sci-Fi. It's not like it's lead. Good lord, lead. I'll happily steal the roof off of a... They'll happily steal the roof off of a church just to get more lead. Right. In other elements. IRL. Yeah, well, yes. I do understand. And we have a Venonat in chat. For those who are interested, it is not a monotype. Monotype. One does wonder what one would do with a monotype like this. Who would live with a font like this? Not a fire type either. Aww. You're fired. No, you're not. You're not fired. You're not fire. Right, let's turn... Yeah, if you could add moss to scaffolding, that would be a very interesting block. What would you get if you could mossify scaffold? Other than, you know, really unstable scaffold, I suspect. Boing. Boing, boing. A trip hazard. Yep, that sounds remarkably accurate. Okay, we've got that. We've got some of this. We've got some of that. We've got some of the things. Or vines growing up them. They don't like the vines growing up them. Got that. Let's andesite. Where's my stone supply? That's not stone, that's gravel. Ah, there it is. I knew I saw some stone around here somewhere.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Zombie here. Welcome back.
I hear you. Arr to you too.
Zombie here.
Here we find the No Drama Safety Llama, wondering just why I was playing with lava yesterday. Different world, not your paperwork. And the No Drama Safety Llama for Wilderness hasn't moved in yet, or been recruited. We do not have a recruited No Drama Safety Llama yet on Wilderness. No Drama Safety Llama sitting there going, thanks, Fnurbles, for that. I don't want anything to do with that. You keep playing with the hot sauce. Because it's hot sauce, baby, to feeling. Because it's hot sauce, baby, tonight. One of these days, Scotsman's gonna sing it right.
Welcome back.
No, he's not. Budding. Ew, no, you do not go there.
Stabs that wreck face. Wizard zombies. Literally zombies that are wizards.
I got a feeling. Ooh. Yes. I have an off by one error. So if you look at this, Dag Fnoblet. If you look at this, this line where those two blocks are should be stone. That and that shouldn't be there. Theoretically, this. I mean, it's not a horrific thing to rip apart, but in theory, that should be where the row of blocks go for the outside edge of this. Because if this was... Oh, actually. Yeah, we could get away with that. Okay, let's get away with this. Oh, no, too far. He's gone too far, Captain. Where did that block go? Ow. There we are. Give that back. You can't take that. You can't have that block. I need it. Actually, I'm not sure if I do, but I need it. Whee! Do. The nice thing is that means that I know I heard them. Yep, I saw them. I have the power. I have the nice brick. No. But yes, but no. Where's the... Oh, I've only got 5 pale moss blocks. I had to go and sort the doggo out. I hope doggo will be okay. And get food. That sounds important. I need to get some more pale moss. Whee. Fly! Fly, my pretties! Fly! We will not wonder where the winged monkeys came from. For whom the winged monkeys fly, I tell thee not, they do not fly for thee. She needed food as well. As long as everybody's getting food equally, or at least as appropriately, that's good. Tor! 2 times 19, 38 months. Goodness. Woohoo! Thank you, Tor, for 38 months of subscription. Wow. Those numbers keep going up. And Whimsical Walnut, welcome in as well. Happy Tuesday. I'm sure I came back over here for something, but I can't remember what it... Oh, yes. Don't... I know what I came over here for. It was barely 12 seconds ago, and I completely forgot what I came over here for. But it was the pale moss block. The scourge of the seas, matey. It is the pale moss block. Is it me, or does Deja look like they're just trying to peer around the corner and just intimidate me? Perhaps they're trying stealth intimidation. Suddenly, I go blind due to the fact that I have been intimidated by the stealth of the Ravager. The sheer trumpiness. And don't ask me what the heck the sheer trumpiness means. I don't know. For those wondering, no, I'm not sane. No, it's not catching. No, you don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. The squirrels told me so. Trumpiness. The ability to intimidate a Scotsman with only a glance. Yep, that you know, that sounds accurate. Also known as, oh, I've seen a Ravager. Time to flee in the opposite direction. Flee with extra flee. You know that copper block row that I took out? See, also Tango Tech with Dunga Dunga Dunga. Yeah. I don't know how, but I've I appear to have stuffed it up again. While I'm attempting to stare at this and work out what I've done wrong, I'm going to hydrate again. Right, said Fred, let's have a cup of tea and then we'll go home. Pushed it, pulled it, couldn't really move it. We was going nowhere at all, and I don't know what's going on. Stretch. This angle feels so weird and disorienting. Yes. Let's make this pure top down. I see where I've gone wrong. I see where I've gone wrong. I've built something. That's where I've gone wrong. I should never have even attempted to build something. That's where I went wrong. Those were fine to take out. I need to bring back 7 copper. You see, clearly I made a classical blunder. I attempted to build something. That's it. That's the whole blunder. I attempted to build something. If I had not attempted to build something, then I would have been fine. And we have a clodser. A clodser? It's a clodsire. We're not quite sure why he's such a clod, but he is a clodsire. Poison grounds, Gen 9. Eh. Boing, boing, boing. Hunter! Welcome in, Hunter. I hope you're doing well. Happy Tuesday. Any and all attempts to actually realize what I've done wrong. You see, the problem was I started building. Classical blunder. But what I failed to take into account was that I started to build. Oops. You see, that was the classical blunder. Happy Pancake Day. Does anyone have any suggestions for making a rental contract more fun to read? Imagine it's being read to you by an appropriate/inappropriate partner. Read it out loud in Shakespearean English. That's another option. That one's probably more sensible. That's tough. That's not what I should be using. Now you just need to convert it to Shakespearean English to do that. Well, yeah. Ah. Okay, I found my second mistake. Just make sure to use the right variation of Shakespearean English. Miss Ferret, thank you for joining the scurry there. Okay. Now we're making progress. Now is the winter of content. I'm gonna put in 8 of these. And then 8 of these. Like so. What I might do is just a half slab under those. Ooh, that would work. Let's try it. See what happens. Back to reading. Yes. Yes, you do, Hunter. For there are things and foots. Things and foot? Or should that be things afoot? That looks better. That looks achievable. Right, so by that logic, I need to run another 4 of these. 3 of those. Count 3 correctly, Scots. Boing, dee, boing, 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 dee, boing, boing, boing. Which point? Always retrieve the expensive blocks from inside the pillars, where they are expensive and thus not necessarily useful. And does not simply ignore the expensive blocks that one has buried inside of a build. Granted, it's not like I'm working on this in something like Axiom, where I started off with, say, diamond blocks, and I'm just going, oh, I should take those diamond blocks out of the center of that before I attempt to build it, because otherwise future me is just going to sit here going, why in Fnurbles do I need 4,000 diamond blocks for this build? At which point there will be a small uncomfort in the Force. An uncomfort in the Force. Papa here. Papa dee doo doo. Take some of this. Then a bit of this. excuse me, you're not supposed to be there. I had wanted you to be there. There. Right, now we get the 6. Oh, actually, I should probably have done the half slabs first. Let's get the half slabs in. Because it is always easier to do the half slabs that go below the bricks, while the bricks are not there. Funny that. Let's find a bed. Ooh. I mean, ignoring the random bed that's on the top of this, that is looking... It's looking almost dwarven, which is not the worst of things to have as an armory. It's got sort of dwarven... I have thoroughly carved this out of more stone than you will ever need, and it is built more solidly than will ever be encountered. But equally, that's a pretty good thing, because the last thing you want is to have the walls of your armory collapse. The roof can blow off, direct all the force upwards, but the walls, you want to have contain that force. I have contained it. Sort of thing. I think one thing that will make or break this a lot will be adding foliage to it. It will need to be foliaged. Because the foliage, the marriage will foliage. We will marry this to some foliage, and it will look better, I think. That hint of green, particularly where it goes up against the mossy stone and the mossy cobble, will help anchor this into the landscape a little. At the moment, it looks like it is the landscape, which is not the worst of things, but is also a little bit over the top. One of our oldest and still the most accurate quotes. And we'll add foliage like beard hairs on a weak chin. Now, the thing I want to do is work out how we're going to bring one of these and stuff it on top of here. Because that, on top of this, feels like it would be a right sort of thing to do. We don't want too much height, but we do want it to actually feel like it's... there was a pig stick... I'm getting side-eye from a pig. And a How is there a pig and a sheep both staring out through the same corner simultaneously? It's the new mythical sheep pig. Am I playing a ZF game show? That would only be... That would be if I was... is that sheep looking at me? This is more, is that pig giving me the side-eye? That's season 2 of a ZF show. Season 1, is that sheep looking at me? Season 2, am I getting the side-eye from a pig? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What are the odds that the gap between that red log and that red log is 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is. By Jove! It is. By jingo, it might fit, Batman. By jingo. So, what I'm hearing here is we can directly transplant one of those onto the top of this. Hey! I'm almost tempted to make it a direct transplant. Dip, 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 dip. So it might be that we take out that and this, and we basically do the exact same. Yeah. So if we do be 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 do Scooby Doo be Scooby Doo be do where are you? I reckon we can just almost directly put that right on top of this. So, he says, so let us go and acquire some materials. We need materials. Boing. Ow. We have a dragon air. If that's not a... someone tells me you're going to want to catch that, probably. I don't think it's a fire type. But... I'm going to try and catch it. It's a dragon type. Funny that, being called Dragonair. It is, however, a monotype. Funny that. It is a monotype dragon. Yay. Okay. You. All go in there. Pale moss blocks. Go in here. No, that's the woods that we'll need in a minute. Cobble. No, cobble. That's stone, andesite. Cobblestone. Why? If why can't bird, then why can't I? That's granite. That's also lovely. I've got 2 separate chests of granite. I have like 11 chests of dirt around here somewhere. Haven't thought of that rhyme for 30 years. You're welcome. I think last time I heard it, it was on The Muppet Show. Cuddleston, pie. If a fly can't bird, then why can a bird fly? Ask me a reason, riddle, and I'll reply. Cuddleston, pie. It might actually well be A.A. Milne. Which reminds me, have you seen the Winnie the Pooh and Piglet that Lego are releasing. Not that interesting. However, Snoopy! Snoopy! And Woodstock! Snoopy and Woodstock. Right. Focus, Scots. You can do it. Not with that, I can't. So I need 21 more stairs. That's not going to help. Lego Woodstock could be wildly different depending on what your first thought is. Yep. Yeah, Wallace is so glad you never got into Lego. Yeah. Mine, on the other hand, is sitting in a corner going, "Help me! Help me! Help me! Why are the bats escaping again?" Ba-dum-ba-dum. Do-do-do-do-do. Ba-dum-ba-dum. Do-do-do-do-do. Ba-dum-ba-dum. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. What the heck are those? Are those warped woods? Yep, they're crimson stems. Okay. That's not crimson. There we are. Eight crimson stems, 7 pieces of fnurble, 6 pieces of random, and a Scotsman wondering why. I'm fairly sure I saw, yep, a pile of sticks over here. If I turn those into that, then I should, he says, be able to get 16, which is 8 more than I needed. Whoopsie. Oh well. I only needed 8 fences. I didn't need 16. What I do need are 8 Yes. What are those called? Buttons. Yes, that's a word, isn't it? I need 8 buttons. Hello. I'm Dutchman, and I am the foggiest what I'm saying. Right. So I need 4, 16. So I need... Hold on. If I do that, that gets me 16. Excellent. 16 of those. I need dark oak. Nope, I need fences next. I need more sticks. Oh, actually, I'm not taking into account those, so that's another 12. So that's 4 per side, 16 I need. Oh, well, then I might as well just make a few more there. 15. Really? I need 16 and I can only make 50. Right. And then something tells me I should just hold on to the dark oak logs because I need somewhere between 1 and... yes. Slabs. And somewhere between 1 and yes stairs. Possibly with a bit of maybe in the middle. Boing, 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 boing. Hold on. Hold on. Hi, cutie. Yeah. That's an aggressive boot, cutie. Thank you. I think Cutie's upset that I ignored them earlier. So. What have I forgotten? I have forgotten. I've forgotten birch. I mean, most people do. If they've got any sense, they forget birch. Although, birch planks aren't bad. It's just birch logs that are just cow wood. Didn't I have some in here? No. Apparently not. It was worth looking, but apparently not. No. Yep. Phew. I was about to say, do I not have any birch wood? I mean, I know I don't use it much, but not having any at all would be a bit embarrassing. Back from meeting, starting to regret not getting in a nap over lunch. Oh dear. Welcome back, Raven. Right, so... let's attempt to do something sensible-ish. I said ish. No. I refuse to be 100% sensible, just on the grounds of principle. I have my principles, and therefore I can't be sensible. I am the very model of a modern squirrel gentleman. My squirrely army is slightly squirrely but dependable. I have no idea where this song is going, but it's random and going to be unusual and wonder where you're going wrong. Right. The Squirrels of Penzance, available now. Nowhere. Dagfnoblet. Most away and peoples. Oh dear. Look after yourself, Lotus. Hopefully peopling won't be too bad. 'Tis the season to peoples, apparently. So now we put in all this. And then we go between these with this. Like so. Something tells me I need to do something to correct those. I need to do something in these gaps. So I need to work out what needs to go under those 3 blocks on all sides. I could just do half slabs of stone, but that feels a little bit wrong. Let's get the buttons in before we forget them. Button. 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 Push the button. Could go with actually, hold on. Let's have a look at this one. Could go with dark oak trapdoors. That would. Oh yeah, that would fit. Yes. And we have a hydrate. Yeah. Heil hydrate. Thank you, Feg. I am feeling particularly hydrated given the rain that is in the game. The rain in the game falls mainly on the Scotsman. And a stretch. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Scotsman's bones have crunched the building. Where's my... I just put my bed in my crafting table. It's not a good combination. Cannot stretch, have a lap cat. Hey, Blackclad. Welcome in. Lotus has unfortunately had to go and people. So they may be lurking. But how are you doing? And that's an off by 1 error. No. And we have a knackle stack. That sounds like it's a network authentication layer stack. Available now as a Pokemon, the Network Authentication Layer Stack. Collect them all. Make sure that you're secure. Figure out how to log in. Oh no. I am an off by 1 error. Yes, Chris, I am a little bit. They have a day today. Well, I hope that... I hope they're doing okay, Blacklad. I hope you're doing okay as well. Boing. It's a salt rock, NaCl. Look, how dare we introduce actual logic into a pun that I'm ruining. How many of these things do I need? 4. Oh, I only need 16 then. Excellent. Where did I find the... Oh, there it is. Birch, my arch nemesis. How you doing, Chris? Boing. Come boing with me as I boingity boing 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 around the world and wonder how we boingity boing boing boing. Boingity boing 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 boing. Boing, boing, boing. You know that off by 1 error? It was an off by 4 error. I have completely miscounted. I'm so shocked to find that I've stuffed it up. It involved counting. Of course I got it wrong. Let's try that again. Off by 1 and 1 side. Let's try that again. Leap of faith. Don't recognize that. Oh, hold on. Before we go actually all the way back, I've realized one thing I do also need are some walls. How did I just place I don't even want to know how I managed to place that. Let's grab those. Hold on. How many walls do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 24. Let's just bring... Yes. How many do we need? Yes. I was just watching Pix do D&D prep. Sadly, it did sign an NDA. Not even a joke. I know that Pix does comment about having NDAs in chat. Actually, some of the hermits have been jokingly saying that as well. I think Tango insists on NDAs from his chat regarding Decked Out 3. No, actually, I'm fairly sure it's Tango who's been doing them. Yeah, Decked Out 3 is definitely huge. Can we have it yet? I want the Decked Out. I want my Decked Out urges to be satiated. I have Decked Out urges. You pranked Griffin thanks to Tango. Oh no, that's alright. I'm carrying those. And I wouldn't make 100 wardens, and I wouldn't make 100 more. But the fnerbliest thing of all of them is 100 wardens. Uh-oh. 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 Chat. 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 I've gotten it wrong again. That block needs to be back here. Ow. Diffnerbled. But that means that these don't really fit if you take them inwards by one. I'm trying to remember, didn't I experiment with a larger version of these? I mean, these roofs are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13. This roof, that roof design is bigger. So if I can sort out how to make this corner work here, I can stick that roof on top of it. I'm thinking here. I am thinking. I am a goofball. Scotsman is a goofball. God, I've been around Lily May too much. No, you do not go that way up. Don't you wish you had a clue what's going on? Nope. Never had one. Don't see why I should start now. Right. So those 16 blocks that I brought with me don't quite work. Of all the pranksters on Hahi, only 3 of you would use redstone, and only 2 of those would use advanced redstone weaponry, like wallstone and block swappers, and Griff is one of those 2. Aha. I sense hijinks and japes. Have I gotten those into place? Yes. Okay. Right, so if I was doing this logically, and I'm not, I would do that. Right, I need a bed. So I need something to go in this corner. I could just consider dark oak stairs. Which, if I do that, how does that look? Oh, that looks alright. That looks alright. That fits. That fits. Hello, Dab. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the mayhem, the chaos, the squirrely nature of the day. Boing, boing. Whoa, nearly threw myself off the edge of the roof. Always a good move. 1, 2, 3. That, which should give me 8, which is more than I need. I only needed 4, but I need more than later, so that's not a problem. How? Oh, there's one. I was like, where did I fnurble that up? I'm forever constantly fnurbling. Fnabbledy, fnabbledy, fnabble. Let's do that, that. So, right. Normally, let's do that. Hey, it's just as well I brought those extra walls with me. Because I've changed my mind more times than I care to think. Right, then we put in these. Put that in, that in, and then we put in the fences. That feels like it might be short. Tempted to raise that by 1. I don't know, we'll see. I have concerns about the height of this roof. Whoa, no, that's wrong. So what have I been... I hear me outed into? Thankfully, nothing. I am still safe from a hear me out moment. I'm just having enough trouble with off by 1 errors everywhere. It's not so much OBO creep. I've just had like 4 off by 1 errors that have all been rather dramatic. That roof needs to be taller. That roof needs to go up by another block. Does it, though? Does it? I don't know. We have a flying... we've got a Spearo. Move that to the right a little. Just so I can use it. Oops. Chat, you didn't see that. Mostly because I was on the wrong screen. That never happened. So if I look at this, what I'm thinking I'm going to end up doing is dropping myself off the edge again. Let's do this. Because it's that, and then yeah. A half slab, a full block, a stair. That's not a... What? There. A full block. Ahem. stair. A stair. Full block. Which in this instance is going to be 2 half slabs because it is. A stair. With a half slab. And a half slab. And that's not the middle. Ahem. Ahem. No! So what do I need to do to make... I mean, that was deliberate, but yes, it was a deliberate. Right. Let's de-roof this corner. See if we can figure out how to defnurble this. So, he says. Hey, Shadow. That's not right. Okay, I think I know how to fix this. And the obvious answer is to throw it all out of the window and come up with a completely new design. But, in lieu of that being a terrible plan, let's try something different. And do... this. If we do that, and then a half slab, and then a full block, a stair, full block, stair, slab, slab. That should be over the middle now. I think that's over the middle. Success! It's over the middle. It's over the middle. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Please. Yeah, I think that's over the middle. I think, by Jove, I think he's got it. We're not quite sure what he's got, but we'll try desperately not to let him pass it on. So, we... half slab, half... Ah, no. Half slab, half slab, half slab. Double half slab. Stair, stair. Double half slab. Stair. Half. It fits. It fits. And it's not even a glass slipper. Missed. Now, of course, the question becomes, do we just treat this as the outside edge in the dark oak? Lucky me, otherwise I'd have to marry some dodgy prince with a foot fetish. Oh my! Where was I going with that train of thought before I got derailed completely by that? Oh yes. Do we make this all out of dark oak? Or do we continue the copper up and copper inside of the dark oak? And more importantly, how many am I short of stairs? And is it a number I've just made? Try it with the copyright side. If I don't like it, change it all to the dark oak. Yep, I feel like that might be the way to go. And a hail hydrate as well. Thank you, Ritsu. I think copper, because otherwise it's going to blend in with all the other buildings around it. I think copper, because otherwise it's going to blend in. Now, what this does mean is I need a ridiculous amount of copper in the form of slabs. But, lucky for me, I have a reasonably ridiculous amount of copper still in a chest. I'm not sure it's going to be enough, given my... yeah. Yes. Ooh, we're in February, aren't we? Actually, we're nearly in the end. Okay. Somebody start nagging me in about a week and a half to actually get round to releasing the world download from the end of the year. As in, wait a week and a half and then start nagging me. Because, I forgot to. I haven't done it yet. What do you mean, wait, what? At the end of each year, Elkhorn, I take a download of the world. Yeah. Subscribers get access to a Madness World download at the end of each year. It's usually linked from the Discord subscriber channel. It is one of the few things that I do by way of trying to give back to subscribers that I do try to remember to do. It just takes a while because it's, at present, because I haven't actually trimmed it or tidied it up, it's a 2.5 gig file. Makes idiotic seem like it's positively bloated. Oh wait, it is. I still have 10.5 months before the next one. Yep. And as with previous years, there is a small bit of a sneak peek hidden in it. Occasionally people have been known to find oddities that have not actually shown up on stream. Where's my stone cutter? There it is. Whee! Stone cutter. Block of copper. Half slabs. Ridiculous amount, but nowhere near enough. But it's a good start. Right, let's see. So, if we are... yes. So I need you. You. That would be a half slab, so that's alright. I forgot to make some stairs. That's alright. I have more copper in my inventory. Because that should be a stair. So should that. And then there's a half slab here and a half slab here. Here, a half slab there, a half slab everywhere, a half slab, 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 slab. Hop, hop, hoppity, hop. And then there's a there's a wild Lechonk in chat, for those who might be after their monotypes. Monotype? Monotype. Right. 1, 2, 3. Let's do the same over here. You get that, you get that, you get that. You get rained on. Lovely. Just what I wanted. More rain. One of those there, one of those there, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1. Stair. Half slabs all over the place. Am I? Oh, thank you. Whoops. Just goes to show I don't really pay attention to what I'm doing in my own chat. Scots, you need more balls. Exactly. One of us is paying attention, and it's not me! That said, I pay more attention to chat by way of people talking than I do to chat by way of the Pokemon game. Not a huge amount, but I'd say some. That one, and that, excuse me, that one. This is going to look terrible for a while. Until the copper decides to age up a little. But I think it's the right thing to do. I must admit, I'm kind of surprised none of that's aged yet. At all. Not one block of that has actually aged. You like the unaged? I think it... I mean, it's nice, but I think it needs to look a lot more like... a lot more like this building. Maybe not all the way like that. Maybe keep some more of it in the unaged. It's too nice. It's too clean and too new. My buildings are not clean. They are full of gardens. I like the stage 1 aged. I love the stage 1 aged. Stage 1 aged is such a colour. And stage 2 aged, for all of the fnurbling, Gordon's ain't that fancy. Still orange, but yeah. 2 and 3. Yeah, there needs to be something in the middle between 2 and 3, unfortunately. It really needs a 5-tier system. Ooh, now that we've got 1 in, I can actually do the rest of this. It's because it is all like this. Hey, Jamie. Nope, you've still got another 25 minutes, give or take. We've actually made progress today. About the only people who think it's, quote, 200 o'clock are the cats. You know how I commented that not one block had aged on the other roof? Obviously, this roof took that as a challenge. It's like, you aren't aging. I'm gonna age quicker. I'm gonna do better than you. I'm gonna do better than you. Right, let's do that. Was that a spot? I don't know. Part of me wants to double check that I haven't accidentally... no, all of this is just cut. Not one of these is waxed. Okay. It's a zit. I hope not. That is a zit. That is it. Ooh. Now that's a mood. That's brooding. That is brooding. Oh boy, does that building look like it's brooding. I've just realized there is another building that has an alternative roof design that actually is close to this. This. Actually, nope, this is the same design as the other ones. Because that's a 7 as well. Oh well. Yeah. This tower, that one, I really think I need to do another one of it over here at some point. where we've got this other pillager outpost that's actually a naturally genned one. But I also think I need to put one on top of this hillside. Just here. Because I think having a tower here... Yeah, pretty much, Ritsu. Signal fires, outposts guarding the perimeter of the lands, that sort of thing. Because we've got another one sort of at the edge of the racetrack. We've got one here. It might need another one on top of this hillside, say here. And then we probably don't bother with the others, with anywhere else, because the rest of it is massive castle and landscape. But that would basically protect all land access to this area. And all the encompassing of the lands around Gordonstein. It might possibly, thinking about it, need one... Now, I can't really say one here, because that would be a good place, but that's downhill. So, really, it would be one here, wouldn't it? I mean, it's still in view of that. Yeah, it would be one here. This one. It would need to be there. Oh, boy. Is it me, or does Gordonstein never get any smaller by way of scope? Every time I think we're getting somewhere with this place, it just needs, like, 4,000 other extra items. Yep. The creep. The creep. The scope creep doth creep. That's it. This building is looking awesome. I need to put in a floor, a ceiling, and some stairs. I also need to put in a floor. And in the end, didn't actually use all my... wow. Out of 64, I used 24 blocks of copper. That's not bad. I thought I was going to end up using way more than that. I grossly underestimated. Oh, sorry, grossly overestimated for once. Whee! Right. Let us ponder. Copper can go away now. We've done enough with... Oh, that's the right one. Copper, copper. And these go in here. I need more birch. There we are, birch. And torches. I had one torch in here. Yeah. Let's grab those. Actually, no, let's not bother with the torches. Let's go straight to the lanterns. There's the lanterns. And a campfire or two. Actually, let's go with 4 campfires and no lanterns. And I don't have enough cauldrons, but I do have a duck ton of iron. Let's see, what else am I thinking? What did I use for the... Oh, yes. It's the achacha. Where's my achacha? Nope. I have no achacha. Nope. Yes. I need 16... Well, that was lucky. That's exactly 16. I should bring some of these back because I don't know how many of them I'm going to need. And then not that. No. Yes. And yes. I have... About the only thing I've heard from the snapshot for today, Elkhorn, is that Deep Slate, as in the stuff that you get by using a Silk Touch pick on Deep Slate, will now be possible to put into a stone cutter. At which point, my brain went, about fnurbling time. Deep Slate and stone can be cobbled. Ooh. Yeah. Baby mobs. More baby mobs. As if we hadn't had a lot of those. Silk Touch forever in that case. Exactly. I didn't realise that you were going to be able to cobble normal stone, though. That's epic. Plus a few baby mobs. In the stone cutter? Oh, no. Oh, no. Please don't put your baby mobs in a stone cutter. Baby straders are little grumpy boys. Aww. Oh, I think I saw those. They're not just grumpy little grumpy boys. They hide in the lava. And we have a drowsy in chat for those who want to. Music makes me feel like you're in a club. I mean, this particular track from Approaching Nirvana is pretty nice. But I think it was during his more club-like period. Yeah, that feels good. A lot of braziers. Now, let's see. If I do... Let's do there. And... there. Yeah, that's what I thought. There's a half slab difference. BRB. You know, I never actually put in an unlurk command. Oh. No, that's right. It's here. That. That'll work. That'll work. Bonk. Bonk. Dip 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 dip. Because it's there and there. And then we put in some tough. And then we go back to that. I don't like it. Okay. That's the wrong block. That was the wrong block to have removed, but... Smalls BRB does something along the lines of... that does not... Oops. So it's not basalt that we need there. So what should we be using for that? I know we've got tadpoles is I'll be right back. But they're already back. If I put those in there, I'm going to lose them. I know. If I do that, I can put them in there. That way I won't lose them. That's the BRB command, yes. I like the tough, so I need something that goes well with the tough at the top and bottom of the tough. Which is probably tough. That's an anvil. Let's try that. Oops. Boing. 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 Oh, that looks awesome. Let that get a bare minimum to tier 1 of the copper aging, and this is just going to look epic. That's better, and it'll work better once the copper's aged. That's better. Now there's some actual supports on this. Although that said, I think I should put some in to the gaps. So I need 8 and 4. Yep. Oh, hold on. No, I haven't got enough. Okay. Nope. I thought I had enough in my inventory. I leapt off the building and went, hold on, I've got something in my inventory. No, I haven't. Not enough. Let's try that again. I'd like to get this last little bit of detail in the next few minutes. Yes, I think those would be right. I'll be off by 1 error, but I'd rather have that off by 1. Boing. 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 I like it. I like it. Now these are going to be really difficult to place. With the advent of craftable cobble, craftable cracked bricks, and variants when. I can't see them doing that. Honestly. Ow. Because the craftable... I mean, I would love it, but I can't see them doing it. It's... Basically, it's a use for the... Hold on, I got one off. There we are. for the smelting effect. And vertical slabs are never going to come. They've flat out said that now. You won't get them. I mean, cracked variants are available of quite a lot of things. Cracked variants are available of so many things. Not in stairs and slabs. That I would take. Those would be nice. Oh, that was necessary. That works. I think they feel that they've done it with the with the new shelves, and therefore they're like, we've given you it. Use your imaginations. See what you can do. Right, said Fred. Does somebody want to quote 200 for me? Because we are at that o'clock. One thing I do before I'm going to do it. Don't tell your cat. Okay, I won't. I'm going to put in these. Because those are missing. Discussing on the spawn chunks that because Hightail has vertical slabs that the developers have looked at it and gone, yeah, I guess that is a thing. Okay. Oh, that is epic. Oh, that's nice. That has that I'm going to hold all the things that will murder you type feel. That really does have an I'm going to hold all the things that will officially murder you. It needs to age, but it looks, and as we, I mean, I need to do the hillside. I really do, but against the hillside, it just looks so right. I am very happy with the way that fits in. Ooh. Hold on. Hold. Ooh. That's a view. I don't know why it's getting so dark. Oh, I know. It's getting whited out because the sun's in the wrong angle. I think the wood accents are going to come when we bring in foliage blackclad. It's going to have plants growing up it because of age. But I'm very, very happy with that. It really does feel solid. And because it's supposed to be the armory, it is definitely going to look solid. Blowout chambers face right towards the castle. What, you mean these? The vaults. They face right towards open landscape. But I agree. There's not a huge amount of there's not a huge amount that could have been done with them. Want to run up Hightail, have vertical layers that work with like snow layers. Yeah. It is just barely. I agree, Raven. But it is the sort of thing that comes under the heading of, well, where are we going to put it to keep it close to the castle and not have it basically just wreck everything. I do need it to age. I really want it to age up to... I love the way that this roof has already got 3 blocks. I'm... But Minecraft, why? It would suck to be enjoying lunch on La Veranda when that thing went off. Yep. And our sheet metal roof is upwards, hinged upward for force dissipation. That's definitely... Yeah, I think we would say that more. But then... Whoops. This is our interior. Oh, the whole thing needs landscaping to heck, TGM. I agree. This section, all the way down here, needs to be cliffed. And this section just all needs to be landscaped as well. But I'm not saying it's done. I'm just saying that this is lower roof inside towards tower. Yeah. Have a good meeting, Elkhorn. Thank you for joining us. There's still a lot to be done, but the solid structure is in now, which is what I was aiming for. Because now I can work on detail. Detail. Hell of the detail. You know, the thing that drives me insane, but also looks epic. How does it look from this side? Squat. Cellar access stairs. Maybe. That's an idea. I'm a little armory, short and stout. If you upset me, I'll blow you apart. And we have a Crawdont in chat for those who might be interested in catching one. Right. We have, however, at this point, we have reached the wrapping up point, in which I basically decide it is time for me to go away and spend all sorts of silly time trying to catch up on work, unfortunately. But I would like to say thank you to everyone for joining me this evening, and it has been lovely and fantastic getting to work on this with you today. I think we've made some lovely progress, and I am very pleased with the way it's going. Come on, mouse. Would you mind catching up? Thank you. I will be back again tomorrow at my usual time, 2.5 hours previously to now, where we will be on this server. I think we're going to skip Idiotic for the week, unfortunately, because I want to start work on the interior. But we will get to... Let's see. We get to raid out to somebody, because it is always fantastic to be able to go and visit other people. And let's see. I was having a chat with a lovely person Monday. I was about to say, what day was it? I was having a lovely chat with somebody. It was Monday, and it was the fabulous and fantastic Topsy, who is... Sooner is live. Yeah. Do I look like I'm going to raid into somebody with 1.2 thousand people? I am going to raid into the absolutely amazing Topsy. Yesterday was Monday. Crap. So it was. I think it was Sunday then. I don't know what day it is. I've lost track of who I am. As such, I'm going to throw you over the wall and send you over to go and see the absolutely lovely Topsy, who is on the home SMP server building out some trees. Out of time error. Yep. 418. I'm a little teapot. My brain is gone. Let's go and see what's going on. Have a lovely, lovely Scotsman. Uck. Have a lovely, lovely time zone. I hope everyone has a good time zone. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you all again soon. Bye-bye.